So this is a short video about how to draw a key fob design in isometric using the grid method. What this method is that you put your design into a grid like this, and then you draw the same grid but in isometric on top of a cuboid, and then you can, anything that you've drawn on here you can plot onto there, and you can create quite complicated shapes just by simply joining dots up. And you know where to put the dots because you're transferring anything from this grid to an identical grid, but obviously in isometric and at 30 degrees. So that's the method. So what you need to do is first of all draw a rectangle like that, and the size of the rectangle needs to be 60 by 180. There you go, like that. 60 millimeters by 180. Then when you've done that, in the rectangle draw a grid, and each one of these grid squares needs to be ½ centimeter or 5 millimeters. That means that you'll get quite a lot of detail when you transfer the shape into isometric. So there we go. I'll just get that out of the way. Then you need to draw a cuboid. So there's my cuboid. I've drawn it there already, and you draw that in isometric just by using the set square as normal. Then you draw a grid on it. Now I've only drawn a bit of the grid, so this is hopefully in the right place. No. Yes. So that's a bit of the grid. Obviously it needs to cover the whole surface here, but I've just done this corner here. And in this corner we've got this circle here. So we can see that the circle needs to be in an oval, and it's going to be there. So you can transfer angles, curves. So if you had a curve going like this, you could plot all the points and plot the same points on this grid here, and you'd be able to join the points up to make a curve. So this is an example of another one. Put that there. There we go, and we'll zoom in a bit. So you can see that's a much more complicated curvy shape, and the points have been plotted on the grid. You can see it's still there, and you can get a really accurate isometric version of your key fob. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that for a minute. Put that over there. So there we go, that's what we're going to do.